The Golden State Warriors just went 5-0 in preseason. The vibes seem great. And I'm not trying to be over dramatic here. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. But it is a little bit of a problem that they have with Moses Moody. Now, we all seen this before the year started. We look at the roster and we say, man, that is a lot of guards. Pods, Buddy Hield, GP2, DeAnthony Melton, right? And Moody. And then last night, the Warriors went to a starting lineup, which I feel like they should try. I believe this should be their starting lineup where it's Steph Curry, Wiggins, Kuminga, Draymond, and Trayce Jackson-Davis. And if Wiggins is going to play minutes at the 2, then you really look at it and say, man, where is Moody getting his minutes from? Now, he's going to play. For sure, he's going to play. But when you start to make an argument for Moody, it's easy to say, oh, he should play. But then you really look at it and say, well, if you need shooting, you got Buddy Hield. If you need defense, you got Wiggins. If you need shooting and defense, you got Melton, right? If you need some extra playmaking, well, you have Pods. And then you look at the fact that Kuminga is playing the 3 and now Wiggins is going to play some backup 3 minutes. That leaves very few minutes for Moody. Again, he will get minutes, but probably not the minutes he would actually deserve. Is Moses Moody going into a contract year going to be satisfied with 15 minutes per game, if that? I'm not sure, and here's a quote from Steve Kerr last night that gives you confidence and then at the end kind of reels back your confidence.
How hard is Moses making it for you to keep him out of the rotation?
He's playing great. He's gotten so much better in so many ways. We've always loved his character, his work ethic. But I think he's the most confidence that I think he's played with, and he's gonna play a big role for us. I mean, but so are a lot of other guys.
So yeah, this is why all summer I've been putting together fake trades for Moses Moody. Because if in year 4 the Warriors don't see Moses Moody as someone that should be playing 25 minutes per game, then you should probably trade him to a team that does view him that way. Am I wrong? I do believe he actually has value around the league. A lot of teams don't have this plethora of guards that the Warriors have. And what really sets this over the top for me is Kuminga has been playing the 3 all preseason. Those are Moody minutes. Kuminga playing the 3 allows them to play Kyle Anderson more, allows them to play Kevon Looney more, which indirectly takes minutes from Moses Moody. So I'm just not sure what to do here. It was reported yesterday, I believe, that the Warriors are preparing to offer Moody a deal around the mid-level exception, which is about $13 million per year, which I'm not sure how you look at that. It seems like the landscape in the NBA of what's a good contract and a bad contract changes every summer. But someone like Denny Avdia signed for less than that. He should have fired his agent, in my opinion. Aaron Nesmith signed for 3 years, $33 million, which is less than that. And to be fair, those deals were signed before last year began, which is another reason if you're Moody, why sign it now? Because if those guys waited, they both would have got way more money. But when I first heard mid-level exception, it sounded a little bit low. But you look at it, Okongwu, $15 million, Isaiah Stewart, $15 million, Denny, $13 million, which is crazy. Josh Green, $13 million. Cole Anthony, $13 million. Nesmith, $11 million. So all around that range. But if you're Moody, look at the opportunity all those guys have gotten compared to you. And I don't know, there might be some resentment building in Golden State from Moody. He would never say it publicly, but he is a human at the end of the day. To me, the only thing that makes sense with the Moody situation is the Warriors still aren't sold Wiggins is going to be there long term. And you keep Moody as Wiggins insurance, right? Because in my eyes, if you were all in on trying to maximize the next 2 years of Steph Curry, you'd probably trade Moses Moody, and I like Moody a lot. But if he's gonna be a 15 to 20 minute per night guy, which it seems like he's gonna be on this team, wouldn't you rather go get some front court shooting, which this team desperately needs? Wouldn't you rather go get someone like a Kelly Olynyk? Unless you believe Moses Moody is gonna be really good going forward, and if that's the case, give him more minutes. But like I said, I don't want to be over dramatic. I'm really high on this Warriors team. This just feels like it's going to be a conversation all year because it was a conversation all of last year. And now that we're coming up on a contract extension, you would think the conversation is just going to get even louder. So how do they deal with this? And we might see a resolution very early in the season. If it seems like they don't have enough shooting in the front court, Moody will be gone. I know it seems counterintuitive to trade Moody for shooting, but if they can get a Kelly Olynyk, a Trey Lyles, a a Hail Mary of a Bobby Portis, right? By including a Moody, then I think you gotta do it. If you're trying to win right now, you gotta let go of something, but maybe they're still not all in right now. Maybe they're still on the 2 timelines. And I feel like I've made myself clear, but let me reiterate, I believe Moses Moody is gonna be a very good NBA player. I believe he can be a starter in the NBA for the next 10 years. I believe he has that type of potential, but I'm just speaking on this Warriors current situation where you got Wiggins, you got Pod, you got GP2, you got Buddy Hield, you got Melton. You don't necessarily need Moody, again, unless you're planning on him being a starter going forward. And if that's the case, you got to reshuffle the deck and give him that opportunity to really show that. But it just doesn't seem like they're going to do that. So they're just sitting on a potential asset that can make them a lot better this year, which again, on the surface sounds very reasonable, right? But if your goal as an organization is getting Steph Curry one more chance at a championship, then it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. If you believe in Moody, give him the minutes. If you don't believe in him, you got to trade him. Again, this was always going to be a topic of conversation, but Wiggins missing majority of preseason allowed Moses Moody to go out there and really showcase what he could do. And he's looking like he's gotten better. It's looking like he understands how to use his body on offense more. He's finishing at the rim better. He looks like a player that is ready for the opportunity that he's probably still not going to get on this team. So let me know in the comments how you feel about Moody. Do you feel like the Warriors should keep him? Would you do like one of these deals I'm talking about? Would you trade Moody for a Kelly Olynyk if you could? I understand if you're a Warriors fan, you're thinking Moody's gonna be our starter the next 10 years. I get that, and I don't disagree with that. I think there is a real world in 3 or 4 years where Pods, Moody, and Kuminga and Trace might be starters, right? I could see that world, but again, if you're trying to win right now, you got a lottery pick with value around the NBA that could fetch you something that could potentially make you more of a contender this year. I don't know what you do in that situation. I just know if you believe Moody is going to be that guy, then treat him like he's going to be that guy. He can't be getting 15 minutes per night on a 45-win team. Like, what's the point of that? It made sense the first couple years, but this is now year 4. Clay is gone. There's really no excuse for Moody not to play. At the same time, I listed you all the guards. So you got to make a decision. You got to make a decision. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Moody, what you think about this Warriors team, and do you think it's going to be a problem this year if Moody is not getting consistent minutes? Let me know all that down in the comments below. And actually let me know, right? Because I'm curious. It seems like there is a bit of a spectrum on Moody. Some people feel like he's a starter level player. Others might feel like a GP2 or a Buddy Hield just being, you know, great at one specific thing might be more impactful than a Moody who's just okay at a lot of things, right? So let me know how you feel about Moody in the comments down below. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.